name's Linda, and I love Obsidian. One of my favorite trips was going to Glass Butte. Spent a week out there. Crazy coyotes out there, let me tell you. But no, they were giggling and laughing all around my tent. I didn't like it. So I brought different types of obsidian. The finished pieces were done by Glenn Ripper, who's not doing well, but he went on the rock trip with us, so he showed us where all the sites are. I have a large piece of snowflake obsidian, some sheen. You need to get it wet if it's not polished. A nice piece of rainbow. I have another larger piece of rainbow. You really have to come up and look at it to actually see it. Some very clear patchy tears. I love those. And in our trip to Glass Butte, we came across a small patch of kind of unusual obsidian. Orange, we call it tomato soup, or some people say it's mahogany, just solid, but it was only in one very small area. And then we dug this one up and we cracked it. And it was very, very odd with the red on the top and the black on the bottom. You're welcome.
I am. My name is Mark Bauman, and I'm 66 years young. All right, well, again, just various and assorted pieces of obsidian. These are two large Apache tears, pretty much not been tumbled. The white around the outside of them is actually, as obsidian sits in the ground, especially on the Apache tears, and the moisture starts coming out, it turns into pearlite. And just real quick, just a couple different types of sheens, mahogany cabs. Some I did, some that are done by people that are better at this than I am. Piece of green obsidian. And I've got a lot more, but I put it away and can't find it, so.
I'm Megan. Brian and I went to Eastern Oregon last week. And so I brought full samples to show you guys what we found. I did bring one of these little trays of obsidian. I have some green, some rainbow, an attempt at polishing that's not very good. I need help with whoever else. I know Glenn polishes obsidian, but if anyone else has tips, I'd like them. So that's all from Glass Butte. And then we also did Graveyard Point. So we have, I just brought in a couple because I have bins full now. Some agates from there so you can see. We stopped by Maury Mountain. Brought in a couple pieces of the moss agate, some of the different colors. And then we were driving Highway 20 across the state, and we took a right on a random road that my husband chose and drove down towards the reservoir. One of the first places we stopped, we found this. What did you think? You think it's? I don't know. Okay, we don't know what they are. And I have one that's that's green a little bit too. We don't know what they are, so if you have any ideas. And then,
I know what there are, those rocks.
Thanks, mate. Someone always has to make that joke.
From an expert.
You're from an expert. Yes. Some sort of agate. And then, my husband chose the road, so this is his fault. But we drove down these roads that were not, I don't recommend them, especially not if it's raining, because it was a thunderstorm. But it was kind of worth it, because we found an entire hillside with this stuff, big chunks at home. So, if anyone wants to go back to Eastern Oregon, when it's not raining, we will show you this spot, because it didn't look like anyone had been there in like forever. So we did find that. It's pretty exciting. So yeah, you can come see the field trip things. Excellent.
Yeah, you know, I just read the newsletter today, so I grabbed a few pieces of obsidian, and if you look at it, you'll see some layers in there, like cake. If that's rainbow obsidian, that's where you'll get your shine from the rainbow. If you cut it parallel to those lines, a couple pieces of it so you can see the different colors. Watch the edge because they are sharp.
Oh yeah, mine too.
The one piece that I did have that was polished, this is a piece of fire obsidian. If you turn it in the light, you can see several different angles of shine in there like a rainbow. The fire obsidian is just like a fire opal. And when you polish it one step too far, just like a fire opal, it's gone.
Yeah.
That's my rocks, I'm sticking to it.
Hi, I'm Ed Noel, and what I brought tonight is something that's unusual, and some people would say, well, maybe this is just a piece of glass, but it's clear brown obsidian, and it's clear. And that's different because in my research on the internet, I could find very few examples of a clear brown obsidian, and one, I think, came from Argentina. But the interesting thing is, I mean, people would say, again, maybe it's just slag glass. But the interesting thing about this is it has these rounded spherules within surrounded by the clear brown glass. And what that represents in my research is that obsidian is what they say is metastable. It doesn't last forever. There are breakdown products, and the way that it breaks down is a process called devitrification. And what it forms are these spherules of another mineral called cristobalite. And cristobalite is actually has a similar chemical formula, SiO2, silicon dioxide. So it is a polymorph of obsidian and quartz. But so in trying to figure out, is it truly a volcanic glass or obsidian, the way that I went about this is, if it is a breakdown product of obsidian, devitrification, that occurs over a period of millions of years. So this is then a volcanic glass and not just glass. And you can see these brown spherules of cristobalite. So obsidian over time breaks down and forms another mineral called cristobalite. And that's, if anyone else has any ideas on whether this could actually be glass or a true volcanic glass, I'd like to hear from it. If anybody's seen any, again, clear brown obsidian. So I've also got a small piece that I polished just to see how it would polish up.
Yeah.
Oh, the other thing I wanted to mention, Wes has got some minerals here too, I mean some obsidian, but snowflake obsidian is actually another example of obsidian with these rounded spherules of cristobalite. So snowflake obsidian, another example of cristobalite within obsidian.
In Weston, as Ed said, I got running some snowflake obsidian, and then I got one little piece polished, and one's going in a slab. Then I got all kinds of obsidian. These two are green, these two are brown, and I'm not sure exactly where they came from. And most other stuff except for this piece, and there's this piece came from Davis Creek. The rest of them came from glass tubes. I got Apache Tears, pure black one. This one here is actually the gold sheen, and if you put the light on the right way, it just shines with the sheen. This one's a mahogany and gold sheen both, but it's also got
Red ribbon.
clear spots in it.
Up at the top is that red ribbon.
Right there, yeah.
Yeah. There it is.
And this one's got gold sheen. This one's just pure mahogany. This is a silver sheen with a little lace in it. That's got some lace. This, I haven't made my mind yet. It's either a lace or it's rainbow. But so far I can't get the rainbow show. It's got the lines for it.
You're just gonna have to cut it.
And of course this one here is another one. That's the gray, or the lace they call it also. And this is just a weird one from up there on the far side of Glass Buttes, red. The one I forgot about, this little square piece, it's actually velvet.
From Mexico.
And it's got both the green and the purple in it. It's really
Lucky.
My name is Nate. Speaking of the filters for next weekend, this is from the diatomaceous earth side. This isn't obsidian, but it is common opal, and it almost is, it kind of has like a glass-like obsidian. So when you do grab this stuff, you do have to be careful like you do with obsidian, because it will cut you. But this is kind of, you can kind of see it's the opalized wood where you can see the rings from the tree.